Hello, and thank you for listening to this recording about tonnage reporting, label renewal, and portal demo for fertilizer. I am Chris Berg. I am a feeds licensing specialist for the Commercial Feed and Fertilizer Bureau for the Iowa Department of Ag and Land Stewardship. So today I'd like to start with putting a face with a name. Most of the time you'd call the office staff, so we have Alan Keller. He is our bureau chief. We have Bill Gamble. He is our grant administrator. We have Chris Berg. He is the program planner and focuses on feed. Lloyd is our fertilizer administrator, and Sophia is our administrator assistant. So let's do some objectives for today. Today we're going to talk about tonnage reporting, label renewal, portal demo, and then the future plans for videos like this. To start out, we're going to do tonnage report and inspection fees. So tonnage is the quantity of fertilizer sold in or into the state. It is the quantity or the count. The inspection fee is the money. It is the fees collected based upon the distribution of fertilizer in or into the state. The money assessed on the quantity of fertilizer sold or distributed. We also commonly call it the tonnage tax. So I got a couple definitions. The first one being fertilizer. So fertilizer means any substance containing one or more recognized plant nutrient which is used for its plant nutrient content and which is designed for use and claimed to have value in promoting plant growth except unmanipulated animal and vegetable manures or calcium and magnesium carbonate materials used primarily for correcting soil acidity. The other one I'm going to talk about is the soil conditioner. It is a substance which, when added to the soil or applied to plants, will produce a favorable growth, yield, or quality of crop or soil flora or fauna or other soil characteristics other than fertilizer, recognized pesticide, unmanipulated animal or vegetable manures, or calcium and magnesium carbonate materials used primarily for correcting soil acidity. All right, the definition for no sale is if you do not distribute any product into the state of Iowa for the period for which you are filing this report. So you would check the box. In feed, it would give the minimum fee. In fertilizer, the minimum fee is 0, so it would be 0. The total tons distributed is every ton that you are distributing needs to be listed in this area. Even if you are going to exempt those tons, they need to be listed in the total tons distributed to be able to pull those tons from. So consider the total tons distributed being the bank, and you are able to pull the exempt tons from. You have to have those tons in the bank to be able to list them in the exempt categories. You do not want to overdraw your account to have a negative balance, and you cannot use a different ton to cover an exempt product. So let's say you have ammonia and you put product in there, and then you exempt out potash. You cannot do that. It's two separate things, and they can't offset each other. All right, I'm gonna let these be on the screen so you can pause it if you need to and read them. This is what the regulation says about the inspection fees, and then I will move forward. So if you get done, you can pause the next one, and I will start back when we're through all the regulations. So why do we collect this information and how does it get used? It is required by Iowa law, so first and foremost, that is why. It is a part of the Iowa Code 200.8. It also gets, the information also gets publicly posted at least annually, and we only post the tons distributed in or into the state. We do not release the company totals. Universities and researchers like to look at the trends on what is being used. And then internally with IDLs, we use it to see the volumes from year to year. And then that kind of gives us a high level auditing so we can see if a big change has happened, what could have caused that, if a plant maybe closed down and we need to worry about something with licensing. Or on the other way, if something gets added and you have a huge increase. All right, going forward, we're going to talk about label renewals. Again, this is going to be a lot of regulation talk. So I'm going to stay quiet and let you guys pause it and read it and take as much time if you need to pause it. So I will keep going forward and I will interrupt when we switch over to the what is required on the label part of the regulations. So 200.5 is part of the more of the registration side of the regulations. I will also be sharing the 200.6, which is more about what is required on the labels um, themselves. So I'll give you a minute to read through them too also. All right, now we'll be going into the portal, the online licensing portal, and we'll have a demo part of this. So the portal timeline, we started in April of 2020, designing and building the program. In August, we started using it internally. And then in November of 2020, we started to roll it out to the public. So in November to February of 2021, the first round of tonnage reporting and inspection fees and small package pet food label submissions went through the system. Now we are on the second round of tonnage reporting and inspection fees, the first round of license renewals for the pet animal feed, and um, small package registration for fertilizer. So some of you asked, why did we switch? Well, there's a few reasons. We consolidated multiple different databases into one. It was an ease of information submitting for you guys and an online payments that are fast and quick. The ability to store small package pet food labels, which we did not have prior, and the information is processed faster. Companies have the ability to print licenses once approved, and it reduces paper usage. It also keeps down the taxes, so we don't have to have as many people processing on our side, so it keeps your guys' labor or taxes lower because of less labor. And then it's less human error on our end also. So we'll get into the portal. I know several of you have felt like this little kid, even us included sometimes. So we'll move in to give you guys a demo and hopefully gain some knowledge about where and what is in the portal for you guys to use. So this is what the login page looks like. So I will jump into the page. So this is a page that I have created. As you can see, that was on the slide that I created a demo for us. So it is called a demo company. So this is the view dashboard. It is my thing is this. It's the biggest part of this program. It saves everything. If you're in the middle of working on it or anything, it'll be in there. So we'll go in and show you guys what's in there. So like I said, if you're in the middle of working on something, it is saved within this view dashboard. So let's say you were working on submitting labels and you had to go to the copy machine and your computer logged you out, and when you came back in, it just showed up as the main home screen. It will save it in here. So let's say you're in the middle of that, you hit that icon there and it'll open it up right where you guys left off. I was saying you would be able to print off licenses. So if you go to all licenses and then hit approve, you'll be able to select print. And that'll show you what the license will look like. This is, like I said, the feed demo company. So then if you, let's say you can't find your license in here, just jump around. That might have one in a waiting renewal, suspended for some reason. If you do see them in another category, just let us know and we can help explain why it got moved to a different category. So all labels look very similar with the options along the top. So if, let's say you need to edit, this is a feed label, but you just come over here, hit edit, and you'll be able to enter a new information or add in a different label that you want added to it. And once you do hit save, it will come back to Lloyd's being Fertilizer, and he will be able to look at it and reapprove it. And just like this one is waiting approval or renewal, just like many of your guys' would be in there currently. And you would be able to edit any label that you could see. And I'll open it up just so you guys can see what it looks like for fertilizer. Um, Pretty close to the same, but you'd be able to change your percentage. You will have to have these numbers in there even if they are 0. But that's how you would change it. You can upload more images if you need to. Tonnage reports, they will all be in here. They didn't migrate over from the old system, so they should be in here even on the old system to see what you did. So this, like I said, is our saving net of everything in here. All right, since it is a tonnage report, we'll get started on that. You hit that tile there, you select the company, the fertilizer tonnage, the period that you want, and then the year. This is actually a type in, I just have been using it, so that's why it's auto in there, but you would just type in 2021. It would create your report, and it opens it up. Again, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but Google Chrome does work best for this program. If you get to the thing and it just goes back to a blank screen, it's probably because you're not in Google Chrome, and these reports only like to open up in Google Chrome. So as you can see here, there is a no sale button. This is if you do not distribute in or into the state of Iowa. And then you can see here down here, you got our total tons distributed. You hit add line item. You select any of the product names that fit. If they don't, you can select other, and you can enter in the percentages that is your product. For this time being, I will use potash. I'll put 500 tons, and then I'll add that item. All right, so let's say I buy it, or I am exempting some of those tons. Let's say this is a type in field, so you can start typing it in and it will auto-populate different companies that might fit it. So, but let's go back. I'll just use whatever's first. So 21st Century Co-op, thank you. And potash 1 is what I did. So we'll do, let's say 100 ton that we're exempting through them. So we add that in there. And one thing, I did not have enough companies to show you, but if you do have multiple companies, you'll see more tabs underneath that will allow you to open up. And every facility or every tab will need to have something entered in it to be able to move forward. So you see here, I had 500 here. I subtracted the 100, so we had 100 net tons, which leaves us with a $68 fee. So we'll go to save and next up on top. You see it there. We'll hit pay and submit, and this is what the payment options are. You got ACH, credit card, or a check. For the time being, I'm just going to hit check, and then it will pop up the address to send the check, and it will tell you to print a print payment detail to send along. That way we know what the check is for. So we will submit. It's successfully submitted. And then you can go hit print payment detail and it'll pop up this, and that will give us what we need for being able to enter your check into the system. All right, so let's go back to the home page. It is also Fertilizer's label time period, so let's go in here. If you notice that you need to add a new label, you can do it right here. So you just hit new label application and then apply, select your company, and then we do fertilizer. And then all you got to do is hit add label. and then you just enter your product name, your product weight, any of these percentages, even if they're 0, they have to be entered as 0. And then you'll be able to upload the file that that represents that product. And then if it's under 25 pounds for fertilizer, you would just have to enter yes for, or select yes for a small package. So since I didn't have anything entered in here, I will leave it there, and I will hit save and exit. And just to show you that they do save in there, there it is, the one that I just created. All right, we will go to label renewals. Since you guys had a lot of your labels in here already, we will hit apply, feed demo, fertilizer. All right, so I got one in here. All you got to do is check to make sure that label is. If you need to see what it is, here it is. You just hit that eyeball, it'll open it up. Okay, everything looks like it should. And if you need to edit it, you can hit here and you can change anything. So same thing. And you just hit next. And then you agree to the statement. And then you'll hit the pay and submit also. And it will send you to the same screen like we did before. All right, if you are noticing that you might have a facility that is missing or needing a new license, you will come into here to new or renew licenses. You'll select new license, you'll apply, fertilizer, confirm, you'll select your company. It'll make you verify that your address is correct. It'll have you select a primary contact. So when we did the data migration, these did not come checked. So what you'll have to do is check this paper and pencil box, which is like an edit, and then you come in here and you just select it. And that is how you'll be able to save it. So you'll be able to go to next once one of those is selected. Then you just add a new facility. So we will create a new facility. We will call it ABC at 123 ABC Street. And then I auto-populated it, but it'll be the state, and then we'll do county, which is Polk, so we're down here at the bottom. All right, and I'll just, for time being, put the same as new address, so you just have to worry about the one. Or same as mailing address. And then we will put that, regulatory phone number, and then let's say I do small package, and I am a manufacturer. There's many other options you can choose there for fertilizer. And you say yes, I agree. You pay the $20 fee for the fertilizer license. And like again, it pops up that window, and you would hit next to pay, or submit to pay, sorry. So let's go on, and if you need to see what your companies are, so you got your company name, you got your addresses, and then if you see or ever change your address, you'll be able to go on here, hit your edit button, and you'll be able to change your address. So it keeps it up to date faster if you guys can do that as soon as it happens, so we don't accidentally send something to the wrong address. So let's do this. It will pick up your mailing address, and you can change it. And since I'm not going to change anything, but if you need to, you can change it, and it'll be. Let's actually change something just to see what it does. So yeah, you see it changed there. So if we need to change the mailing address for our facility, you can do that also. All right. So this request inspection button, it's mainly used for our egg handlers. So you guys will probably never really need to worry about it. Frequently asked questions. This is a where all the frequently asked questions that are on our website. We also have a video tutorial for this portal and a paper user guide if you prefer that way of learning. And then we're also hoping to get in some of these type of videos that we're making and have this be a home forum too. So if you're on the portal, you can just search them. And then we have the manage users. So if you ever have somebody join your company that is going to take over entering some of the tonnages for you or labels or anything along those lines, you can hit new user. We just select the company that you want them to see. Let's say first name Bennett Berg 123 ABC at Gmail. BC. And then you just make them active. So we got that there. Well, I accidentally created the same one that I already created earlier. So let's do it real quick again. B 1 2 3 or I. Let's do not 9 at Gmail. And then let's make them active. All right, so let's say they're active like this. Now let's say that this B is leaving your company and he or she wants to, or you don't want them to have access. So you just hit this edit, you select active, so it's not there anymore. Then you hit save. That takes any authorization that they would have had to be in there away, so they cannot log in anymore. And what I forgot to mention is once you hit save on the first part and when they are active, it will send them an email notification so they can set up their password. Also, the last thing that I want to show you on the portal is search licenses. It's up here. It used to be on our website, but we've been not updating it since it's on here now. So if you want to up to date on finding anybody's license in the state or that is registered within the state, you can search up there. It is also on the home page. When you're on the login page, it is still up there. So let's say I'm looking for a fertilizer and I just want to pick a county, so Audubon. So you hit search and there they are. So it just gives you, if you ever need to search for somebody or anything like that, there is a tool. And if you want to check if they're licensed, then this is where you would check. So this is the portal demo. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. It is a new tool, but we're hoping it is a little bit easier user-friendly than it may have been the first round. So future videos. We want to use this as a tool to get information out to you guys. We can have guest speakers, we can have inspectors, we can have topic experts speak. Anything that you guys would find useful, we want to give that information out. let us know if there's any other topics that you want information on, and just contact us so we can get that made and out for you guys. Our contact informations, I put Sophia. She will handle majority of the tonnage and licensing, um, and all the stuff mainly to do with the portal. Lloyd is the more of the technical expert on fertilizer, so if you have any questions regarding the labeling and anything like that, he is the go-to guy on that, along with very much more. So if you need any of their contacts informations, feel free to reach out to them. So thank you for listening, and have a good rest of your day.